Alright, hi everyone. So today we're going to be working with a couple different products from H2O at home. We're going to be using the cleaning clay for the majority of the project, and we are also going to try out the scouring clay. Kind of going to do a step-by-step when you're first trying the product. So I always like to start from like the least invasive product first, so working with just water, and if that doesn't work, then I'll go to the next step, which would be working with the cleaning clay. If that doesn't work, then if I can, depending on the surface type, I'll go to the scouring clay. So with your cleaning clay, you always get your little sponge. So I have that here also. I also have the scouring clay sponge. So what I'm going to be working on are these little end tables, and you can see how the bottom is grimy. My husband went through and he pressure washed the top of it, but there's still some spots here on. So I wanted to kind of go over today how, yes, I could pressure wash this, but it's not taking all of this dirt off. So we'll see if we can get it off with the H2O at home products. So my first step is going to be to clean these legs here. So what I'm going to do first is take my heavy duty microfiber and just water, and all I'm going to do is just see if I can get it off with just the heavy duty microfiber and water. So I'm just going through here. You can see how that green is just coming off with the heavy duty microfiber, and just a little bit of scrubbing, which is pretty amazing, actually. Do this side too. So I'm going to call that pretty good. I mean, that's the amount of effort that I would want to put forth, because I don't want to be out here doing this all day. So you can see how it went from that dark green to that it's pretty white, but there's still some dirt on that side. So now we're actually going to go ahead and use some of the cleaning clay. So all I do is take my sponge, it's already wet, just going to dip it in here, get a little bit of clay. You don't need a lot, okay, because it's going to suds up with the water. And all I'm going to do is just scrub the cleaning clay on here as well. And it's definitely getting rid of more of that grime that was on the leg. So the sponge isn't anything super special. It's just a regular, like, white plasticky sponge that comes with the cleaning clay. So it's nothing super abrasive or special about it necessarily. So I went through, scrubbed that part off. So we'll take a look, see what that looks like. I'm just going to use the microfiber cloth to wipe the clay off. So again, that's the heavy duty microfiber is what I'm working with. And you can see it did a pretty good job of taking more of that off, but it's not 100%. I can see here where maybe the plastic was scratched at one time. It's still pretty brown or gray. So we're going to do the next step. We'll try the scouring clay. So the scouring clay is just a little bit more abrasive. I just have a small container of it here. Again, you just apply with the sponge. So right here, and boom, that took that one spot that I thought was a scrape right off. It took that little spot here on the side that I didn't get the first time, and down here where it was sitting in the grass, on the grassy surface, it took that off completely. So take my heavy duty microfiber with some water just to rinse it off, and that actually got it pretty much 100%. So I didn't even have to use my scouring sponge. So that's one leg. So since I kind of figured out what worked best, I would probably use the scouring clay with this sponge for the rest of it after taking most of it off with the heavy duty microfiber. So my next step then is going to be on top here where my husband did pressure wash. I'm going to see if I can get rid of this stain here in the middle. So I'm going to start with my scouring clay because I found that worked the best. And I'm just going to start scrubbing at the edges here. And I can see that it's already starting to take that spot away. Actually looks like there's a little bit of a rust stain with it. I'm just going to do the whole top while I'm at it. And let's go ahead and rinse and see what she looks like. So I just take my heavy duty microfiber and I'm just going to wipe down to rinse the top here. And you can see it pretty much got rid of that stain that was in the middle of this table. There is a little scratch here that I want to try to get, and down here, because I'd like this to look like new. My husband picked these up for me on the side of the road so that I could test my products out. So I want to see if I can take something old and make it new again. So my next step would be actually to use the cleaning clay with a scouring sponge. So with the H2O at-home scouring sponge, you have to be careful because it is stainless steel. So it can scratch things. This is plastic, so it's a possibility. But like I said, this was just a freebie on the side of the road, and I'm trying out my products on it. So it gives me the opportunity to see how it works. So all I'm going to do is take my sponge, put a little bit of clay on the sponge. Again, you don't need a lot. The clay can last you a long time. And then I'm going to go ahead and start scrubbing those scratched spaces that I didn't like. And it is taking, there's that rust spot in the corner, across the top here, this big scratch here in the middle that I didn't like. Get the rest of that stain that was in the middle, down in the crease a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to say that the best bet for this project, if I'm going to continue finishing cleaning it, is I will probably use my heavy duty microfiber just to go over and get the majority of the dirt off, and then I'm going to use this cleaning clay with my scouring sponge. So if I just go ahead quick and wipe this off, you can see how this top here looks brand new. And this leg here on the side that I started looks brand new as well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning this. This was H2O at home cleaning clay, scouring sponge, heavy duty microfiber, and the scouring clay.